what is up? Checking out this 25-ton train, Voyager number 2, this series. I actually think it's the larger one, the largest of the Voyager 2s. I think Voyager 3 started at 27.5 ton or something like that. So quick tip: when you're changing out a high pressure switch, even if it has a depressor, doesn't mean there's a valve core behind it. Luckily, I had this with me upon finding that out. I mean, I kind of knew it in the back of my head, but I went for it anyways, I guess. Yeah, what the issue was is first stage, which is like 2/3 of the capacity of this unit, couldn't get started. I don't think the installers could get it started when it was put in a year ago, in 2019. Evidently, yeah, I guess they never figured it out, and you know, I didn't know anything about it till just yesterday, going through the BAS, and just noticed that this one was only in second stage, which is this little guy, which really doesn't do much to cool down the air. It really just dehumidifies, really. But anyways, yeah, this thing saved my butt. I also found out that the ports they put the pressure switch doesn't have the threads for a core, so I had to pull out most of the gas. I didn't pull out all of the gas. I left about 20 psi. I kept my suction on, isolated from the recovery machine while I was pulling out from the high slide. Kept it above 30 psi. And as soon as it achieved that, you know, I valved off, shut that off, blah blah blah, and did a hot swap, just so I didn't have to stand by and pull a vacuum all damn day. Even though this unit's new, it shouldn't have taken very long. I just don't want to have to bring up all my vacuum shit, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's training fine now. So yeah, don't fall for that. That seems deceiving. I thought I read somewhere that it's against code or something to have triggers behind high pressure switches, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not the code guy either. I don't really memorize codes, or probably most of them. But anyways, yeah, this is where I want to be. This is a microchannel condenser, microchannel evap. Got gas heat. Got the VFD for the blower, which really is just a 2-stage, you know, enabled by these relays over here. But it's all fine and dandy. I guess it's fine for, you know, the soft start. You know, as the VFD ramps up, it doesn't do that. Doesn't put off that god awful inrush current as bad, I should say. But yeah, I had to do hot swap on the high pressure switch to get this guy going, because I guess that came from the factory. Must have been open for a year, and you know, it's not surprising, because you know, the quality control nowadays seems to suck. The installing company did mention that, you know, there were 6 units that had to be that got replaced here. They had to go back to train for a gas valve. 3rd year in a row, valve was getting 24 volts, no pressure behind it, or no gas flow, I should say. keep the combustion motor running, because you know it's a negative gas valve. Anyways, so yeah, third year in a row, quality control sucked. And then here's something else for them too. But it looks good now. I know they're in a heavy load. So I know that TXV is open quite a bit, so I'm not trying to go super high with my subcooling. Especially with this being a micro channel, the volume is very limited on these things. Yeah, check it out, man. Look at that. 12.5 pounds for the circuit. Oh, did I cover the camera? I don't know if I did. I can't see my screen really. 12.5 pounds for 2/3 of 25 ton. I know it's all volume based really, but that's, you know, like an R22 system that normally takes 17 pounds per circuit. Some of them even go up to 21 or 23. Like that little guy over there, that's like a 4 or 5 ton. That thing takes like 9 pounds R22. And I guess based on what I've seen, the capacity and efficiency is higher with 410. Also, you know, they throw that micro channel, so you got the air touching the entire coil all the way through into the front end, the tube and the fins, you know, all that jazz. A lot more efficient. And really, you know, it's like 90 out here. I'm only getting a 15-degree split. I mean, everything's fine. I'm getting subcooling, so I'm not too low. Superheat's kind of going up there. I'm kind of iffy about this clamp connection on these 1 3/8 lines. I know sometimes I take the transducer off and put a strap on it, but I didn't do that today. The subcooling's going down. Eventually that means my superheat will be going down because it's feeding more. But yeah, it's cool. Also, something I wanted to point out for you guys on these dual voltage transformers, and I'm not talking about the heating transformer. I'm more referencing these control transformers that make sure this thing stays on. There it is. Check this out. Yeah, we use this 460 leg, the 460 volt unit, but you know, you put this here. Look at that. 374 to the ground at that 575 tab. So, I have bumped a knuckle on there. Luckily my hand was in the rest of the unit, so it didn't go through my heart and kill me. But, you know, that shit's dangerous, dude. You gotta watch your fingers. Especially when you're working on these little presidents and they have them like right here. You know, you're working on something. That's what was going on. I was working on a unit way on the other side of the building. Pretty much just like that one, a little bit smaller. Had that dual input deal going on. And my finger bumped it. And yeah, it didn't feel pretty. Here's my pinky. I can, in person, I can still see the marks, but yeah, it's pretty gnarly, man. 1.7. See if I can better read there. Yeah, that's dropping away. Yeah, I was gonna say my super heat's a little high. Yeah, but it's better now. It's all about that clamp, you know. They don't do well in these larger suction lines. But that's the fun of it. Good old hot swap on the pressure control. Hold it down to 30 psi to the swap. Gas it back up. I just added like 10 pounds to it, so yeah, that's making crap connection. So I'm just gonna unplug that. It's too distracting. But subcooling's fine. Oh yeah, I like to keep that lower just in case when that load drops, you'll have more room to back up refrigerant when that PHV closes down. So save my ass. I want to have to change out a coil, especially, you know, a 1-year-old unit. But it's looking good. Yep. So little Cadillac unit, good old train. But alright guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you want. Well, not the best video, I apologize. Not the best video maker, but I record when I remember to. Because usually, you know, I get right into the works. I don't even think about pulling my camera out. But alright, have a good one, y'all.